Parliament for according that gentleman right there this tribute. I stand here in seconding the motion on the floor of Parliament to pay tribute to Honorable Ssegirinya Muhammad. Madam Speaker, the gentleman who is standing there, who is lying there, was my friend, at least in his later days of life, because we spent 2 years almost under incarceration. We talked together for all those days. We talked about so many things with him. Before the incarceration, I had not spent 20 minutes with Honorable Ssegirinya, apart from this politics of ours of the opposition, of sharing dreams together, of leading this country, and we would talk about it on radios and in rallies, political rallies. But when I sat with him for 2 years, I realized something, that the people had another picture of Honorable Ssegirinya, yet he was another person. The Honorable was seen to be doing things crafted like comedy, but he was very serious in nature in doing his things. He was a very intelligent man who could tell you things, and those things could happen. He was a genuine man who had that genuine love for every person. He said that he loves him. He was an ardent supporter of change for this nation, not because he disliked those who lead this country in person, but their policies, because he grew up as a poor man in a poor family. He hardly spent 2 or 3 years with his father, because his father died at a younger age and he was a soldier of this government. And that impacted so much on his brain, being fatherless and the father dying under unclear circumstances. He tried so much to come to Kampala through so many means, Madam Speaker, to fight for his dreams. But what disturbed him so much was about our incarceration, that after standing on the tables, after talking so much to see to it that he scores that goal he wanted so much, to be a member of Parliament in this country, there came uncertainties and the fate fell on us. He said, in his own words, that what would I want after being a member of Parliament? I am a poor man from a poor family. I'm going to earn close to 25 million, because for him he thought it was to be 25 million. I can now touch 5 million at once. Now what would I want next? But because I wanted to serve my people so well, there might be envy somewhere that I predict as a person. He was someone who would joke, Madam Speaker, as a person. He would crack jokes, and we would laugh for almost 2 years. But again, I also put my voice on those members of Parliament who have mentioned it clear, and the public at large, that the right to a fair hearing entails a right to bail, because everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This man, after only 2 days, he started complaining of his chronic sickness that he had before incarceration. And he wanted to seek for medical attention in Germany, because he was coming from Germany for such. And he had been prepared for another day for treatment by a specialist who was coming from India to China, to Germany, in some hospital. And that chance wasn't given to him. because of denial of bail. Madam Speaker, I thank you for your support to this gentleman, especially during all those times we were under incarceration. But I again cry to this government that today Honorable Ssegirinya is lying there. Everyone knows that the government cannot go away from this because the Honorable, if he had got that medical attention earlier, even government wouldn't have spent 900 million. It would be him to facilitate his own medication, and he would be alive today. But because of that and such politics that we have in this country, that is why that gentleman is lying there. If you look at his children, they are too young to lose a father who was very courageous, who has gone through hell to have something on table for his children and the mother. Madam Speaker, it should come from all voices of courage, whatsoever the party you belong to call for better leadership of this country in a united way. Honorable Ssegirinya, we shared so much, we talked so much in person. I know that you went to God an unsatisfied man because it wasn't your time to go. But because of politics, you have gone. Rest in peace, Honorable Ssegirinya. Fight hard.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. First of all, Madam Speaker, yesterday when we received the disheartening news, on the passing on of our colleague, the Honorable Ssegirinya Mohammed, it was very, very unfortunate and so sad. Right, Honorable Speaker, I take the opportunity to thank you so much, together with the Parliamentary Commission, for organizing this special sitting where we are paying tribute to our colleague. Colleagues, death is a fact of life, and when it has come, it has come. We cannot run away from it. But I would want to take this opportunity, maybe because of time, first of all, to extend our heartfelt condolences and sympathies to the bereaved family, to the National Unity Platform, Kawempe North constituents, and also Parliament of Uganda upon the loss of our brother. Madam Speaker, allow me share with you two experiences in Honorable Ssegirinya life. The Honorable, right here, when he came to Parliament, he was surrounded by several petitions in regard to his academic qualifications. And I closely monitored the matter because I was a friend. I want to go on record thanking the office of the LOP, which was occupied.
Switch on.
I want to go on record thanking the office of the Leader of Opposition, occupied by the immediate former Leader of Opposition, the Right Honorable Matthias Mpuga, the office of the Speaker, and the Uganda Caucus, where I am the General Secretary, because indeed we did a lot in regard to keeping Ssegirinya as a member of Parliament here, because then he was surrounded by so many petitions, as I said, in regard to his academic qualifications. But the experience I want to share with you people here is that Ssegirinya, and I want to allude to that fact, he was a bold and courageous person. When he was taken to court in regard to academic qualifications, I, for one, even when the matter related to academic qualification, I did not touch his academic documents. He kept giving excuses until a technicality came up. You remember he was served in Kitaria prisons. And the issue was whether or not service can be done through a prisons officer and not to the person themselves. So together with the lawyers, we confirmed and experienced a fact that it is unbelievable because the issue was on academic ground, but we were moved from that ground to a technicality. That was his boldness. Because the ground was he lacked papers in regard to the requirement for his nomination. But I can tell you, honorable members, the Honorable Ssegirinya here you see was a bold man. I remember thinking he was a comedian until the Secretary General, Council Louis Rubongoya, confirmed to me that he was just a brilliant man because he himself also was following up the matter. Madam Speaker and honorable members, we lose a person who is very courageous to that extent. He has kept in Parliament here the substantive matter of the petition was not handled, and the matter was decided on a technicality. This is the man lying here. All the grounds, particularly the one of academic, we did not even touch his senior 4, his senior 6, his academic documents, we didn't. He kept telling us, Honorable Nsanja, the issue is not the academic ground, the papers. The issue is the technicality. I was in prison when these guys served me. They served the prison's officer and not Ssegirinya. You argue out that, not papers, not qualifications. Be serious. The other area of experience, Madam Speaker, I would want to share with you, if time allows. When Honorable Ssegirinya got some relief, heresy relief from the hospital and was discharged, when he came out, he insisted and he kept telling us that he would stand in 2026. Some of us were worried and probably praying for him to finish the term because the health challenges were really very big. But he kept insisting that he would stand and win. When we talked to the family members, they also tried convincing him, look at your health, not the constituents. But Ssegirinya was very bold.